New Jersey AI data center boom. Top questions and answers that will make you think. Number 1. What makes New Jersey a growing AI powerhouse? And what are the limits? New Jersey is growing, but it does not have the massive land resources of states like Texas, Pennsylvania, Virginia, and Arizona. Because it is one of the most densely populated states in America, AI data centers here cannot grow at the same massive scale as those larger states. Where are the ideal spots in New Jersey to build these massive facilities? Areas in South Jersey with more farmland are much better locations. Specifically, areas in the Pine Barren region with natural water aquifers and water sources are ideal, with flat spots for large corporations trying to build their new AI data centers. Number 3. What is the current goal and footprint of Nebius, New Jersey's newest AI data center? Nebius has completed Phase 1 of its 4-phase AI expansion. Built in an impressive 20 weeks, its entire square footage is only about 130,000 square feet, smaller than a standard Amazon or Walmart warehouse. It currently generates about 0.1 gigawatts or 100 megawatts of electricity. The final goal across all 4 phases is to reach 0.3 to 0.4 gigawatts, equivalent to 400 megawatts of electricity. Number 4. Why do AI data centers need so much power? Nebius houses NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs that use massive amounts of electricity. AI training requires thousands of these GPUs to handle all your daily questions, like how many pizzas can I eat in one day and still not gain weight? Every time you ask AI a question, these data centers run at 100% processing power, so the LLMs can learn, grow, and give you answers about cooking, cars, or innovation. Why is Nebius encountering major roadblocks with Phase 2? Phase 2 is a massive jump from 130,000 square feet to a 588,000 square foot facility, and it is facing public pushback along with scrutiny from the Sierra Club. Many residents are complaining about the constant low-frequency sound that is causing sleepless nights. Number 6. Where exactly is that constant noise coming from? The first primary source is the dozens of air-cooled heat exchangers used to reduce the heat generated by thousands of NVIDIA Blackwell GPUs. Each heat exchanger contains about 22 industrial-sized fans. If Phase 1 uses 50 units, that means over 1,000 fans are running 24/7 just to keep the system cool. Number 7. How much worse will the noise get if Phase 2 is completed? Phase 2 will be 4 times larger, featuring the massive 588,000 square foot 2-story concrete structure. We scale up to 50 heat exchangers. From 50 heat exchangers to 200, multiply that by 22 fans per unit, you get about 4,400 industrial fans running 24/7. That will drastically amplify the low-frequency hums, low-frequency noises that humans generally dislike. Number 8. What is the second source of noise and pollution? The second noise factor comes from gas generators. They run 24/7 and use moving parts like pistons. Much like a car, they have tailpipes and they emit emissions like nitrogen oxide, particle matter, and carbon dioxide. While a closed-loop system recycles about 95%, that's debatable, of the nitrogen oxide and particulate matter, the toxic CO2 mostly gets released into the air. Number 9. Are these advanced cooling and power systems actually closed-loop? Only the GPU liquid cooling system is truly closed-loop. The gas generators use a scrubbing tower that capture the toxic soot and heavy metals, turning them into liquid sludge cakes that must be shipped away to industrial landfills. Please do not eat these because they cause damage. Meanwhile, the captured CO2 is shipped away to be converted into biofuels. Once these biofuels are burned by airplanes or trucks or your car, that CO2 is released into the atmosphere anyway. How can a scorching 104-degree day in New Jersey break the system? NVIDIA GPUs run incredibly hot, and their water-to-glycerin coolant must stay between 70 to 80 degrees Fahrenheit. If outdoor temperatures hit 104 degrees Fahrenheit for days, These cooling fans can't lower the liquid temperature. If the coolant exceeds 100 degrees Fahrenheit, the GPUs will start to throttle down. AI training slows, and the hardware's lifespan drops. To prevent a total meltdown, operators have to spray municipal water directly onto the cooling fans, consuming up to 1 million gallons of water in a single day. This makes a closed-loop system not so closed after all. One of the biggest controversies, which residents are really scared of, is the LNG tank. The tank would be about 60 foot high, and it's one of the most important points of contention that local residents fear. Having a 60-foot LNG liquefied natural gas tank nearby is not the most fun thing to happen. It's located close to residential homes, also the drinking water and the Pine Barrens. Residents fear a nightmare, scenario where it could ignite. An LNG blast radius can extend a mile or more, causing severe burns and catastrophic damage to the immediate area. There's no question. If the methane, it's a liquid inside of the tank, but if a tear in the structure happens, there's a break, and that liquid gets released, and it mixes with the oxygen. That gas will be highly dangerous, very, very volatile. And if there's any fire source, like say a wildfire in New Jersey, which that does happen in the South, you mix a wildfire, and that's uncontrollable, with methane gas that just got leaked out, that will form a bad reaction. So, the facility owner has already started purchasing some homes closest to the facility to address some of these safety concerns. Number 13. How is the California catastrophe a hazard warning to New Jersey residents near the LNG tank? This is exactly the type of scenario locals fear could happen if a wildfire reaches the proposed 60-foot LNG tank at the Nebius facility. The Pine Barrens experience dangerous wildfires on an annual basis, as many in South Jersey know. This is a part of life. If a wildfire were to surround an LNG tower and heat up the container, the liquid methane would instantly convert to gas once the structure loses its integrity. With an active fire source present, any crack or breakdown in the structure would trigger a catastrophic blast covering a 1-mile radius, sending heavy metal shrapnel flying and igniting a fireball that would scorch everything within a quarter mile. No one really understands the true dangers of these type of events. The fire department in Garden Grove is blocking off a multi-mile radius because they do not know the blast radius of the shrapnel if the tank does not hold up due to the expansion of the metal structure. So far, over 40,000 residents have been evacuated, while the population in Vineland, New Jersey is way smaller. A similar situation would be implemented where the residents would be evacuated from at least a mile away. It is the container that keeps the liquid methane cool at a minus 246 degrees Fahrenheit. Without that coolness, and if that methane were exposed to oxygen, the safety net is gone. What is the current status and future outlook of the Nebius Phase 2 expansion? The massive Phase 2 expansion located at the Dalawan Vineland facility is facing intense local friction. While Nebius intends to scale this up to 300 megawatt capacity, Phase 2 has sparked community protests and rallies over a lack of transparency and severe environmental concerns. You gotta remember that this facility is currently over a massive aquifer that feeds many sources through the South Jersey area, including the Pine Barrens. You could think about the Cranberry Bog. I'm pretty sure that's part of the aquifers as well. But any water source in that part of New Jersey relies on the aquifer, and they sit on top of it. Yeah, so that's why there's a lot of protests going on right now. But despite the pushback from residents and groups like the Sierra Club, local council appears highly supportive of the multi-billion-dollar AI factory, which I think is, it's for Microsoft actually, and due to the immense tax revenues, I'm not sure how much tax revenue they'll really get and if it's worth it, but and the tech prestige that it'll bring South Jersey, yeah, I don't know what prestigious stuff you're going to gain from a AI factory, but yeah, whatever they say. As global demand for AI training grows exponentially, more high-capacity infrastructure will be required, leaving New Jersey towns to weigh massive economic growth against severe local and safe environmental risks. I'm not sure how much economic growth you're going to gain out of this, in my opinion. An AI data center doesn't really bring many jobs aside from the initial construction. Once it's built, there's actually not much reliance on it. I'm sure there are people who clean out various parts of it, but job creation is not a major thing here. So for phase 2, we're going to see what's going to happen, but local councils, I'm sure, already have their minds made up, so I'm pretty sure it's just going to keep going, and it's already being built, phase 2. You could see it, and they're not going to knock it down, so we'll see what happens.